And
to
hello,
come on.
good evening to everyone. This is the Mahtab Aziz Celebrity Lawyer Show, and it was quite a sunny day today. And how was your day, John?
Actually, it was really well. Getting busy post Fashion Week and working with Condé Nast College of Fashion, UAL, having the students. It was an interesting week because the students are going into their final work and they're looking for models, they're looking for music, they're looking for things that we do as people who create fashion. Do you have a budget? Do you have this? Do you have that? And the answer is no across the board. And Matt, we've come up with an interesting concept in which I'm going to pitch this idea to several of our fashion houses in which we can create a fund in where the students can draw down from to pay the new faces, the modeling agents, hair and makeup stylists, the other transport people, to just get them over so they can really enhance their final dissertation in what they're doing as students. And I'm finding again, money is the problem.
Right.
And I would look to go to our team or our colleagues and say, let's have a fund. How can we help the students and bring us forward?
Right. Okay, that's good. Yes, I mean funding for courses is obviously one of the biggest issues that students currently face. I mean, in my time, we had student grants, and we didn't have any of this worry about the fact that when we graduate, we'll be sort of in debt to the government. Thankfully, at that time, we didn't have it, but now it is a prominent feature of.
It is. And when I was a student, and I'm just sending a text to Sarah Fassold, our new interviewee and one of our newest ingenues and photographic eyes that we found during Fashion Week.
I believe Sarah's joining us.
Oh,
now.
there she is.
Can you hear
hello.
Us? Can you hear us, Sarah?
Hello.
You can hear us, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, fantastic. Right. Okay. Well, my apologies. Here's Sarah.
Hello.
Alles klar.
Alles klar. Hey. How are you?
Good. Thank you. Great. Thank you. And so Matt, as I was saying earlier, and Sarah, you had spoken to Rona to bring her into the conversation. That everyone, is there a budget here? Is there a budget there? And since the students don't have one, I'm thinking with your assistance and with Mahtab's as a celebrity lawyer, to put together a fund where we can, not for thousands, a couple of £100, where a student can take that. We can buy sandwiches. We have a tube fare. We can have a model something that we can go through, so which we can create a fund at ModemQ, working with someone like yourself, and really go forward and give them that extra less of thinking, where they can concentrate more on the creative, not on the business. What do you think?
Well, I think that's a very good idea, but in my experience, now in my 3 years as a photographer, I've shot a lot of editorials, also for magazines, and it's less about the budget, it's more about the vision of the creatives. If you have a very strong vision that you follow, a very specific image of what you want your pictures to look like, you will always find the people who
Support you.
want to work with you, even for free. So it's not about the money, really. I think it's about your vision and about knowing that you have to grow your potential first as a creative, and then you get the jobs. But I think you have to respect all the people who have done, for example, if you do 20 editorials in your life, they're not going to be an ID magazine. If you have to shoot a lot and a lot for free. So I think the font is a very good idea to pay people for their work, to just to pay them. But I think there is another way that is more beneficial for creatives, and that's just by sacrificing a lot for your work and for your vision. And I think that's much more worth than getting paid for not really developed talent, you know? So I think that's my honest point.
No, thank you. I brought up the question is not paying the students. I was on the phone with IMG Models, Storm Milk Elite, and Matt, who you know, we discovered that young girl from Chicago called Cindy
Yeah.
in '84
Yeah.
with Elite Models, who became, yes, Cindy Crawford. I'm thinking of more of the agencies, Sarah, are coming to us and saying, is there something for the model? I'm not looking at paying the student per se. It's something for the agency in this new world of post-pandemic. We've got all the other craziness going on in Eastern Europe, and everyone's kind of in a question mark. That's where I was coming from more. What would your opinion be on really for the models or the stylists or the people coming into the student um, genre?
You mean for the models who are, when an agency asks you to do a test shoot, for example?
Yes, I've contacted an agency and they've said, "Hey, John T, blah blah blah. How are you? Blah blah blah." And the first thing is, "What's the budget? What's this? What's that?" And I'm saying it's for the student, and it's for a school, a new face to promote a new face, as we do. And I was just,
So it's more of like an administration fee for the
yes,
agents
yes.
to start sort of looking into this person and see
Exactly.
if they can support them. Basically.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Oh yeah,
That's
I mean, you have to know it's a work, it's a job. It's not, it's an agency. They have to get their models jobs, and from if they get the jobs, they get their commission. And some agencies give away sometimes new faces, but we also have to understand that those agencies and agents have to protect the models from environments that they are not comfortable working in. So they always check. They are always straightforward, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. I also sometimes, most of the times, I get a no. But then when there is some substance behind an idea, then it's always a yes. It's really like that.
Yes.
But
So,
agents have to protect their models
right.
from
So
wasting the time.
yeah. So what you're saying, Sarah, is that it's important for these students to have something to put forward first before they can be basically assisted or helped in whatever they want to try and achieve.
Oh yeah, the working environment is such a busy and intense space to be in. And if you are not fully prepared and if your skills are not developed,
Yeah.
well, what should they pay you? It's
Mm.
you have to have a bit of respect of all the people who gone a long way to go there, who
in
are
in in
already
in my day.
graduated.
Yes.
after graduating, I think you can
So it's probably
expect way more.
something that's probably relevant, probably in the third year or something, or in the third year of their, of their studies in court, because by that time they would have, developed some ideas and put some things together.
We were talking about the final, and
The final,
yes, and it's something where it's still, I think we can go forward. And Sarah, you're absolutely right in where it's not a freebie, it's more of a something to, it's not out of pocket. My first, Matt, I was talking to someone earlier, and Sarah, I was talking to someone earlier about the first time I did something as a student. I was with Allen Ginsberg, Lou Reed, when we were with Andy Warhol at the factory, at the Joe Papp Theater. And when I had that opportunity, I would have bit someone's arm off. And it was just, no, John, we'll pay for your time. We'll pay for your lunch. We'll pay for your subway to come from Brooklyn into Manhattan. And it's something more like that, really, to just take a little of the edge off, where I do want to increase my look, increase my visibility, and increase my, how do I go forward with it? Just a little bit of a help.
Yeah, I mean, how did Sarah? I mean, Sarah, I mean, looking at your own example, I mean, how did you sort of progress through those 3 years? When was the sort of time you felt that you needed some help to sort of get somewhere, really? Or how was your sort of personal experience in that respect?
Well, to be honest, I am never putting any effort in getting out there, because I think if you produce good work that is meaningful to the world, then it's seen anyway. But if it's unnecessary, I think, why should it be produced then? So I think it's all about what you as a creative think about the world, what you want to change about the world, and what you are going to make visible. And I think everything that's going to be published is just the cherry of the top. But you have to bake the whole cake first, you know? So many young artists are just focusing on getting out there instead of growing their potential first. No matter if you, of course, it's amazing if your work is shown in a magazine, but the main part is, what does the picture show? What is in there? With what kind of characters do you collaborate and share ideas? It's less about the money. I think that comes afterwards. But I think we should focus more on, is this really needed now? When I see magazines on the street sometimes in London, it makes me so sad. It's like the value of an image is just getting less and less. So I think through just reduction of all this and really thinking about the project and getting minds together who agree on your idea, I think that creates meaningful work that then then can be used in the world. But just for the sake of publicity, I think nothing ever should be created for the sake of publicity and money.
Right.
I think it must have an impact.
I think you're probably a bit unique in the sense that you sound quite self-sufficient, and you seem to be able to sort of handle yourself very well during that period, Sarah. Probably, I think what John's probably saying, not everyone probably is like that. There's a lot of students that need help. I think it looks like Sarah was quite good at.
Well, Sarah's one of a kind. In Brooklyn, we call her a tough guy. and as we met quite by accident, no, it's true. I am known to tell the truth. I'm also known to eat now and then. It's a bad habit I picked up as a child.
So Sarah would do okay in Brownsville. She
definitely hold her own. If she walked down the street in Brownsville or Bed-Stuy, they'd walk on the other side of the street and go, "Whoa, whoa." Yes. Now, Sarah, you and I met by Kismet, I like to say, at London Fashion Week, when we were at the Preen show, and I noticed you with a Nikon camera, and I said, well, we're supported, Modem Q, by Canon. Why don't you come on to the other side? And we had an interesting conversation, and I enjoyed the way you shot, and I found your shots to be more three-dimensional, more live. And how did you come by that? How do you your eye, how do you grab that?
I think the most important is to stay pure and very true to yourself, and never look to the left or to the right and look what other people do, because then you are lost in so much. I think you have to just enjoy the environment you're in, and then I just trust my eye that it will give something through my camera. You know, it's hard to explain. If you look at the pictures, it's easier. You know.
So it's kind of as in my think, or if in my speak, if you will, it's more of an extension of you through your shooting through your eye is really an extension of you as you bring to
yes.
the
subject.
Yes,
Exactly.
It comes
and
from
I think
your
every artist
inside.
has to know that.
Where do you find that? Where do you find the shot comes from me? Who's me?
I think there is no answer to this question, but there is only a me at the moment. So I think every image is just the highest expression of yourself, very honest. So I take a lot of care what I show, because it's the truest and highest expression of myself at the moment. And you can tell by the images how I'm doing, what I'm thinking, how I'm feeling, and especially what I'm doing. So
yes, we're going to come on to the images because some of them are actually, quite fascinating. We're going to grill you on those lovely images after the break. We're going to have a short break now. Sarah, thank you very much. Well, do stay with us because we're going to have a short break, and we're going to carry on talking about those lovely images.
I guess we're back in 2 minutes.
Yeah, about 2 or 3 minutes.
There you go.
All right.
Don't go away.
Okay.
Thank you. I stayed.
Let's connect with the Holy Quran. Minhaj Dawah Project distributes the Holy Quran in plain, simple English. You can donate £3 totally free of charge across the whole UK, including in prisons. Call us now to contribute on 0300 030 1951 or email us on dawah@minhajuk.org.
Taj Grill invites you to the world of Pakistani cuisine. With every dish prepared to perfection, why not try our sizzling mixed grill, our famous masala fish, or choose from our selection of freshly made curries and allow the Taj Grill experience to speak for itself. Visit us at 72 Ilford Lane or 508 Ilford High Road or call 0208 262 6476. We also offer catering for all your events. Call us for more information.
A Sadqa Jariyah unlike any other. This year, Allah has blessed us with the incredible opportunity of illuminating the interior of the Dome of the Rock Masjid, the exact place where the Prophet ﷺ was ascended into the heavens. This new lighting system will illuminate the central areas inside the Dome of the Rock. Gain the reward of praying in Masjid Al-Aqsa and give today. Visit muslimhands.org.uk.
With over 40 years experience in the industry, Plachette Carpets is the place to go for all your carpets, laminates, linos and wood flooring. We have an established network of suppliers, which means we can offer some of the best prices in town. We offer free estimates, free measurements and now even free fitting. Call us now on 0208 472 8568 or visit us at 157 Plachette Road, Upton Park, London, E13 0QZ.
Waris Food Store, the place to go for all your meat and groceries. We stock thousands of items from fresh fruit and veg to all your favourite Ramadan food products. Based at 420 Hoe Street in Walthamstow, we can deliver anything you need right to your doorstep. Just give us a call on 0208 521 0000. Warris Food Stores is now also available on Uber Eats.
Through your hands, we can shape the future. By supporting an orphan, by quenching someone's thirst, by empowering people through life-changing livelihood projects, by responding to those in urgent need. The future lies in your hands. Muslim hands, united for the needy.
If you want to advertise your business on Revive FM, then visit www.revivefm.co.uk or contact our sales team now on 07944 565616. That's 07944 565616. Advertise with Revive FM.
Revive FM
94.0 on the radio,
on your mobile,
and online.
And welcome back to the Mahtab Aziz.
Which one am I going? I got to go this way. Sorry, I'm like listening like it's the Titanic.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let me go. There we are.
There you go.
How are you? So, Sarah, we were talking on your style. I had said earlier, I thought your shooting we have to move you. Oh, by the way, some good news on air for everyone listening. Canon is going to support you, so you have to move from that other company onto the us. And again, Canon is ModemQ is supported by Canon.
Yeah.
And yes, welcome to the family.
Wow.
Please, mon plaisir. I had. We had asked Matt of you were going to go to some of Sarah's clips that she's done online and pull that up. So Sarah, we can have you comment on how's your style? What have you done? How are you taking your vision, as we spoke about before the break, going forward? Now, hold that there, Matt.
Yeah.
Vogue. Now, I noticed that wonderful up-and-coming magazine, who are friends of ours. Sarah, can you tell us a bit about this shot, please?
I don't think Sarah can see it. I think you'll have to describe it.
Which one?
Girl in gold, light at the top, dark face. Vogue is in the lower left-hand corner. I think it's Italian Vogue, or...
Oh, is it a golden light? Wait, let me check.
Yes.
I have it here. Sorry, 1 second.
Sure.
No, it's gold at the top. Yes, and she's all in gold. Looks like blackface. Vogue is in the lower left-hand corner.
She's got a
Oh.
bluish face, bluish tone. To
Yes.
the face, and she's wearing a sort of like a
This one?
face, a red sort of face mask.
Matt, can we go back to Sarah?
Oh, you got okay.
Because Sarah asked the question: is it this one?
Is it this one?
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So this was an editorial shooting in the smallest theater in London. I wanted to combine the two highest forms of something, like the two maximums. And I think that dancing is the highest form of a movement. You cannot move, like, you cannot stretch more beyond every level of comfort.
Yeah.
This is, to me, the highest form of a movement. That's why I have chosen a ballerina for this shooting.
Yeah.
She is Paige Bestie, a pro ballerina, I think. She's amazing.
Yes. Yes, I can see her standing on her tiptoes, wearing that black sort of.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do a dance shoot, but I wanted to use a ballerina and just show a little bit of
Yeah.
just include her.
Yeah, I mean, you can see the balance, the skills required to balance like that. Amazing.
Sarah,
yeah,
can you tell us about the lighting?
the lighting was stage lighting. I've chosen as a location the Etc. Theater in Camden. It's very small and dark, and you have control. You have stage lighting, like very straight
Yes.
spotlights, and it should show someone who protects herself in the spotlight. Because at this moment in my life, I couldn't really deal with being shown too much. Because sometimes I think when I'm shown too much, it kills my creativity. And yeah, then I did a shooting in this time, and exactly this was the essence of the visuals, like
Sure.
this being protected in the spotlight.
And
Um,
this shot of the model's face. There's these sort of she has this sort of red sort of covering.
It looks like a half moon, and she's kind of in a kind of a space capsule.
Yes,
her
it's very interesting. It's very
headdress.
Yeah, it seems as if this. It's not just like a normal photo. It just there's something sort of added to it. If you know what I mean. It's just.
I mean, it was a whole team. It was a stylist, a choreographer, a makeup artist, then the guys from the theater, assistant, and me. It was.
I mean, the beads that surround that sort of surround her face. I mean, they're very sort of like translucent, and they very like almost
very Fifth Element.
Yeah,
it's almost like
it's almost like hypnotic.
It's a face paint and in heart shape. So every look has, for example, a red heart, a dark green heart, whatever, turquoise. We had different colors for the heart, and it should show that we are with an open heart towards all that comes. Like, open heart. Also the décolleté, like the big décolleté in one photo. It should just show open-heartedness. Like every detail in the photo has a meaning, really. And I thought about everything before I did the click.
Yes.
Now, how do you prepare your storyboards?
First I do a mood board with all I find visually. It's not necessarily the work of others. It can be a leaf, it can be fire. I don't like these Pinterest mood boards, for example, because I think you just recreate some other people's work. But if you take what inspires you really, like a fire, if you look into the fire, then you can train your idea of coming with, I don't know, thinking about different shapes of fire. What can fire do? What can fire damage? You just do this. And then you got to find someone who understands your idea. May it be the stylist or the model or whoever. I think you just have to move in the industry a little bit and talk about what you are having for ideas at the moment. And then you try to define your idea a little bit more. And then find the people for it. And then you put it on the mood board. And then you involve all the others. But it needs to be like some strong idea, something that you really stand for, with some story behind and some idea of what you're going to do. And then you just go to people go to people you really want to work with, and always pitch the highest you can. So never anything lower, even if you get 100 no's. If there is one yes, you're happy.
Always.
Have to.
It's I mean, in business, they teach you in school, it's a rule of 80-20. 80% of your money will come from 20% of your clients. Also, what you've just said, Sarah, going back to your mood boards and whatnot, it reminds me of my early days in fashion. Going back to Mr. Valentino, he would sketch. Mr. Armani would sketch. Carla would sketch, and then go into his model of what he wanted. Ralph doesn't sketch. Jean-Paul doesn't sketch. He scribbles as he jokes. And it's really interesting how you would take what you've just said and really take it forward without the Pinterest or without the other make-believe, or this is what I would like to see. You've already set up what you want to see, and then you go forward and create. Yes?
Exactly. Because creation means you create something, you make something that is not in this world yet. So if you take something that's already there, it's very hard to create something that's not there yet. And then this whole meaning of the word creation goes away if you just recreate something.
Exactly.
But of course, sometimes, when it's busy, you have to set up a mood board for the people to understand, because everyone doesn't think like me. It's just my way of working. And of course, I have to do a Pinterest mood board for the makeup artist, for example, sometimes. But I have one makeup artist and she doesn't need that. But she isn't always available. So yeah, it's really different. Of course, I do also Pinterest mood boards, but not for me. And I try to be quick with this. Not too much looking at other people's work. And yeah.
Well, that's excellent. So if I had to put my chef's hat on, you don't want to take a picture of a sausage roll and make it look like a hot dog. So,
if the sausage roll wants that, if he asks for it, I might be done.
There you go. Exactly.
That's right. And Sarah, you've done some black and white, photos as well. And we're looking at this one, black and white one of a model with that sort of again with the beads forming a sort of like a heart shape on the face, and she's a blonde model. What was your thinking behind that photo? This is black and white.
Oh, the black and white photo of the same shooting as before?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah, well, it happened really because she started dancing,
Right.
and then I went with the camera with her and tried to just freeze some movements that she makes naturally.
Right.
So sometimes you have to allow the model also to give her movement and her essence into it, because she's so full of character. And I didn't direct her in this shot. It was perfectly prepared. Like the makeup was on point, the lighting was set up, the styling was done, and I just had to be in the moment, and that's when it came out. So that was a spontaneous shot, actually. That's why it's also not very crisp or sharp, but it was a moment shot.
No, actually, the one that we're looking at is not the one. It's a headshot. It's not one of her dancing. It's a headshot of this model who's got this the beads of like round her, forming the heart shape. But it's in black and white.
Oh yes, and I have. This was the one I have just cropped it, so it was a full body shot in the beginning, but then I turned it into a portrait.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the shot.
Yes. And it has its own sort of quality, and there's certainly an attraction about it. It's well sort of set up.
Yes, I think that's very important to set up your shoot properly, or as much as you can. And then I have learned from a stylist something very, very important. He said during a shoot, we never talk about other ideas. We only talk about now. Even if it's silent, even if there is nothing to talk about, we are in the moment and we have to be very present. I'm
Yes.
sorry, my lightning. Oops. Okay.
We're here.
So yeah, during a shoot, you don't talk about other ideas that you're doing next week. You just be here. And that was it. It was a moment shot.
Absolutely agree. And this is why, to our listeners out there, and when I was doing my documentaries and everything, people said, well, John, you work maybe 6 months out of the year, and we work every week. And I agree with you and your stylist, because the intensity of what goes into the shot, what goes into the motion, what goes into what you're doing as a creative takes 24/7. You create 30 hours in a day. And that intensity just takes years of your life in a matter of weeks. This is why you need to only do 2 films a year or a film every other year, because what goes into it is so intense. It really then captures the essence of the purity, as you had said earlier. And it really, it grabs everything that you put into. And it's just, it's just what you put into it and you get out of it. And we can appreciate seeing from your work and what you've done, and with your stylist and the intensity. I can see where, as you go forward, as we would also say, you jump into the deep end of the pool. You
Exactly. There is always only all in or not.
Yes. Yeah.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much, John, for saying this.
Please, it's true. It's what I found of your vision. And again, that's how we met. And I must thank the team at Preen, also Andrea at IMAX, and of course, Richard and our people at Canon, who you are now becoming part of our new family. It is really, as we, in my experience, in my eye, you can see it or not. And I must say, it's so humbling, proud to have you on the show this evening. And you, one of the newer eyes and a different eye that you can bring to fashion.
Sure. And we're going to go into some of your work that you did in Mexico. Very sort of fascinating stuff. Straight after this break. So do stay with us. And we'll talk about you after the break.
We'll be back in a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to advertise your business on Revive FM, then visit www.revivefm.co.uk. Alternatively, contact our sales team now on 079 44 56 5616. That's 079 44 56 5616.
Thinking of selling or letting your property? Need someone reliable to find the best prospect for your home? Well, look no further. Cameron Adams is here to take care of all your needs. Our professional and experienced team will guide you through the entire process and ensure you find the right client for your property. For a no-obligation quotation, contact us now on 0208 558 2000. That's 0208 558 2000. Or visit us at 30 Church Lane in Leytonstone. Cameron Adams, always at your service.
Does your pizza excite you? The London Pizza Depot invites you on a journey with our worldwide inspired pizzas. To the smoke and jerk drums of Jamaica, to savor the Caribbean hot, to sunny California, to enjoy the greatest invention, the Cali cheeseburger. Transport yourself with every bite. Our authentically prepared hand-stretched dough, freshly diced veg, finest cuts of halal meat, and our 100% mozzarella cheese ensures the delivery of a masterpiece every time. Visit www.londonpizzadepot.co.uk or our branches in Ilford or Plaistow. Now you can enjoy buy one pizza, get one free every Tuesday. T's and C's apply.
With over 40 years experience in the industry, Plachette Carpets is the place to go for all your carpets, laminates, linos and wood flooring. We have an established network of suppliers, which means we can offer some of the best prices in town. We offer free estimates, free measurements and now even free fitting. Call us now on 0208 472 8568 or visit us at 157 Plachette Road, Upton Park, London, E13 0QZ.
This is Aisha. Her father died in an accident at a very young age. She lives with her mother and siblings. There are millions like Aisha who do not have access to the very basics of life, resulting in her and many others not being able to attend school. Through Minhaj Welfare Foundation, your charity is dedicated towards supporting the full needs of orphans and needy children around the world. Donate today. Call us now 0300 30 30 777. Or visit us on minhajwelfare.org.
Looking to get your finances in order? MR Accountants has you covered. We provide a full range of accountancy and taxation services, including annual and management accounts, self-assessment tax returns, VAT, bookkeeping, and payroll services. We ensure you're kept up to date with the latest legislation, and our client-focused approach helps us plan your business finances from savings to investments. We are MR Accountants. Visit our website at mraccountants.com or call us on 0203 432 9138.
Let's connect with the Holy Quran. Minhaj Dawah Project distributes the Holy Quran in plain simple English for free. You can donate £3 and sponsor a Quran to a loved one, a neighbour, a colleague or a friend. We distribute Qurans totally free of charge across the whole UK, including in prisons. Please call us now to contribute on 0300 030 1951 or email us on dawah@minhajuk.org.
Revive FM.
94.0. On the radio.
On your mobile.
And online.
And welcome back to the Mahtab Aziz Celebrity Lawyer Show on Revive FM 94.0. We've got a wonderful guest with us, Sarah Fassold, who's a great and talented and, a very sort of different photographer, because her work is so infused with so much thought and skill that each of her photographs has a story to tell. Is that a good description, John?
Every picture tells a story.
Yeah, every picture tells a story.
You know,
and talking about,
and I think Rod Stewart sang it best.
That's right.
And going back to music,
Yeah.
Matt, you're going to ask Sarah a question.
Yeah, no, I was going to ask about the photos that were come out of Mexico, because I've seen some photographic works. There were some photos of some children, and some of them were in black and white, some of them were in color, and there were like three girls sitting very close to each other, not looking particularly happy, but very, very bright clothing. So what's the story behind that, Sarah?
Oh, that's a very beautiful story. So I've been living in a part of the jungle where there was a temple made by Renato Dorfman, a very, very amazing artist from Mexico. And around this temple, those four girls, it was four girls, they are living. They're from Chiapas, and they live in there because in this temple there are concerts and ceremonies and all kinds of events. And after a ceremony, a lot of people leave their energies there. That's what the people are saying. And the girls, they just play in the temple and run around to infuse life and to purify the energies in this part of the jungle again. Maria, Maricruz, Mariana, and Andrea, these are the names of the girls. And they're just so lovely.
Yeah.
They were coming to visit me sometimes, and
Right.
I was taking a lot of photos of them. And yeah, this one particular, the black and white one,
Yes.
was
Sorry.
very
Are they all related? Sarah,
They're sisters,
are they
yes.
sisters or are they all?
They're sisters.
Right. Right. Yes.
And that shot was just before Christmas. And I had a friend translating what they were saying because they speak in Spanish.
Right.
And I think Mayan also a little bit.
I mean, in most of them, they seem to have quite sort of like serious expressions. In one of the girls is sort of giving a big beaming smile, but most of them,
She looks like she's getting her baby teeth out, and her big teeth are coming in.
Yeah.
I think, a smile is a smile, but a resting face can be everything. It's so much more interesting to me than a smile. A smile is just a smile. But if a face is more serious or it's just still, not serious, just still, it has so much more to find out about, and you automatically look longer, I think.
Sure. And I think you've taken some other photos as well of buildings in Mexico as well. I think I saw some photographs of some buildings,
Oh, yeah.
apartments. And how did you find Mexico generally? And this part of Mexico, was it away from the tourist area? I would imagine. Or?
Yeah, so it was Quintana Roo. I was traveling there for almost 5 months, almost 6 months, like 5 months. And I was going from Playa del Carmen, which is a very fast growing and very already developed city, down to Bacala. And I was also in Merida and just in the whole Quintana Roo in Yucatan.
Sorry, you just dropped out. Can you bring your computer closer so we can hear?
The sound is.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Better. Yeah. That's great.
Parfait, génial.
Is it better now?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
So
okay.
You were saying earlier.
The area I was traveling
yes
was Quintana Roo and Yucatan. It's on the Caribbean Ocean side.
Yes.
And the main time I've spent in Bacala, it's about 70 kilometers from the coast, inside the jungle.
Okay.
And I was living in the jungle, working in the jungle, and it was proper jungle life. Wow. So it was the most meaningful time for me in my life, I think, because first of all, you were so far away from the jungle of London, the creative jungle. And you are just
welcome to the club.
I needed to get out of the jungle, but then I ended up in an even more realistic jungle,
Right. From one jungle to another.
Well, at least in the jungles of Mexico, at least in the jungles of Mexico, in my experience, you still keep your skin. In London jungles, I don't know.
Yeah, same. Same. We're in the same boat.
So staying on jungles, and now you're back in London. You're from Austria, and you've come here now, and you've, as we would say, you pitch your tent. This is where that you're going to make it happen. And going back to one of our dear friends at ModeMQ, Mr. Rankin, and what he's doing at Abbey Road Studios in their music opportunity. Tell us about how you went online, you put your photos forward on a music genre, and why those photos, and how did you create those photos for your music interpretation?
So I like the question. Music has always been a big part of my life. And I started playing piano as a little kid. And I was in piano school until 17. So about 10 years, every week school, And then I was quite good, I think. And I didn't want to stop playing, but time wouldn't allow it anymore because you gotta live your life. And I think through just being with musicians is kind of the same. I did a little bit of sound design and composing and this for fashion films, for 2 fashion films. So I think music is always a part of fashion in general, and a part of everything. Music is just so important. And when it comes to
Models have to walk to
photography,
something down the catwalk.
yeah, I mean, music is just always part. And these shots happened through just being with musicians. There was this first shot that I submitted of a rapper called Theo. Theodor Uriah is his real name, and he is just a very talented one. And I realized that we have a lot in common. We're still in contact. And I was doing the behind the scenes shots, but then they chose my behind the scenes shot as an album cover. And that's when I realized really that I can catch moments, I think. And sometimes I cannot. But in this example, I could.
I find her as Matt, as we were telling one of the other photographers last week on the show.
Yeah.
When you do, we talked about earlier about storyboards and how you create, and we don't do Pinterest. Or no disrespect, Pinterest. We look at our own genre, our own looks, and how we do. There's a shot we did with Jillian, in my storyboards, I always find it 2, 4, 6, 8 even. You know the shot, you know where you're going for. In between the takes, I call it 1, 3, 5, the odd takes. And I find, in my experience, the best shots are the odd ones that you don't expect. What do you think?
Yes. I agree on that. Especially in conceptual work, when you have a direction, when you have art direction, you can't really, I don't know, you have to create something. But then you have also this perfect setup and planned shoot environment. So if you let things then happen, this is when the magic comes through.
Yeah.
A very organized set, and that's sometimes the greatest shot.
Spontaneity, though, Matt. No, and I agree with Sarah. It's spontaneity also as a professional with your eye. You know it's there. It's like you can see the third fish when everyone's looking to catch the first one. You can see the third one and you wait.
Sure.
Yeah. Also in real life, when I'm on the tube, everything is a scene. Everything can be a shot. You just put a frame around it and then you look. And you have to observe constantly. I think it's a way of living. And then, it's a way of living. When I wake up in the morning, I see what the light does through the window. It's like a constant meditation, honestly. And then when you shoot, it's just the meeting point between your illusion and the real world. That's the shoot, I think.
My professor always taught us. Yes, as my professor always taught us, we create the illusion of reality.
Exactly.
Yes.
Or the reality of your illusion.
Yes. It's the same, and not always.
Yes, yeah. Very on those very profound words, we have to end it, John, because we've actually run out of time.
Okay. I know really well. I need to go to eat something.
Absolutely great having you on, Sarah. Really fascinating seeing some of your work. And obviously, you're going to carry on going places. And thank you very much.
Well, now being backed by Canon, absolutely.
yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
you know.
Oh, I'm so excited about the canon stories.
Great.
Thank
Her
you
lens
so much
experience
for
is
having
going to
me.
grow in leaps and bounds.
Yeah, definitely.
Ah.
We'll certainly keep a lookout for you, and thank you very much for being our guest. You provide us with great, very informative stuff and very interesting, examples of your work. And I'm sure the listeners have enjoyed and possibly learned from what you've told us today. So thank you very much.
Yes.
And that's it for today's show. And hopefully,
Sarah will catch up in the morning.
Yeah,
You know,
we'll be back next week.
I'll call you Adimo. Abiento.
Great.
And thank you for all of our listeners. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ciao, ciao.
That's it for today's show. From Revive FM 94.0. Until next week. Have a good evening. Thank you.
ये आयशा है, ये बहुत